You guys ready for a story time? I want to tell you guys the story about the time I almost got escorted off of the property at Graceland in Memphis. It'll be a part two because it's kind of long. You know me, I talk a lot. Um, so back 2005, 2006 era, um, went to Graceland and was so excited. I paid At that time, it was like 35 bucks to get in. I think it's like 85 now. It's crazy. Um, but you got the little headsets and you walk through the mansion and did your whole thing. Got to go in the airplanes and all that. It was very interesting. um, the first thing they told you is no flash photography because it causes uh, the colors in the house to deteriorate over time. Understandable, like a lot of velvet back then, a lot of green velvet back then. So totally understand. I paid my 35 bucks, which was a lot back then, going through, doing our thing. And of course, they said, if you take flash photography, you will be escorted and asked to leave and you will not get your money back. Okay. I follow the rules. I'm cool. So I had an Advantix camera, and 90s kids will probably know what that is. It was one of the old school cameras that you could put in your disposable film and have it, uh, the the photo developed like at Walmart or whatever. The really cool about this Advantix camera was you could take the film out and put a different thing of film in and take those pictures, but then go back to the original film that you had and finish the roll. Whereas like many of the other cameras at that time, if you took the roll out, you were done. Either you ruined it or you just had the pictures that you took. So this one was really cool because you could go back and forth. Anyway, I have another story about that because this camera got me into a lot of trouble. So anyway, I had this camera, of course, set my phone to no flash. They went through and looked at your cameras and made sure that you did not have that flash on. That's how up the butt they were about this. Like, understandable. Okay. So we're going through, we went through a couple of rooms, the whole 9 yards. I shut the front of the camera because things were really slow. Didn't think about it, but it reset the camera. I did not know this. So we get to like the base of the stairwell going to upstairs. And this room, mind you, is mirrors from foot to ceiling. Like this is a 2-story area, completely mirrored room with a huge crystal chandelier in the middle. Beautiful. Like, oh, I'm going to get a picture of Elvis's uh, chandelier. Yo, my flash went off in a room with mirrors and a chandelier. Come back for part two.